Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Online Stores Start Selling in Minutes. I am your host, Ryan Clancy, and I am the Client Success Associate here at Educational Networks. Now, we are excited to bring you these webinars live, so please feel free to ask questions along the way. So the Online Stores feature allows you to easily manage school store payments. The great thing is, what's great about that is that where you manage payments is actually built within the specific store. It's where you manage orders and payments. And you can also easily manage your store orders, all within the same areas as the school store payments are. And you can also easily track store sales as well. Also, too, within a few minutes, you can easily create stores, and you can even create multiple stores. And as you're going to see here in just a few moments, we have quite a few stores over for Green Tech High School. The great thing is, because we're able to create a lot of different stores, multiple stores, is there's a lot of great possible ideas for stores. And these include a general school store for special events such as prom and graduation, athletics department game tickets, class trips. The possibilities truly are endless. And what we're going to do first is we're going to look at some of these stores, specifically Green Tech High's General School Store. So if we navigate over to the Students tab and we select School Store here, what we see is a place where students and families can go and buy school spirit wear, event tickets, as well as things such as magnets and stickers. Now, what we see over here is we see how the store is divided into several specific sections. And the great thing is, even within individual items such as clothing, you're able to offer multiple options. So as an example, we have our t-shirts over here, and you're able to select a specific size. You're able to also offer other options such as lettering that would be added onto the shirt as well. And the great thing is, because we are even able to offer options within a specific item, we can manage those specific options individually too. So let's say, for example, for the baseball tee, that we ran out of the small size. Well, what we do is we navigate over to our admin page. We scroll down till we find stores. It is going to be towards the bottom of the page. We select stores, and now I just got to find our general school store. So I see school store over here. Whoops, I think I selected the wrong one. That is okay. Here it is. All right. So if we ran out of the small size for the baseball tee, hang on one moment. What we could do is we could take that item out of stock without having to remove the entire item. And we do so just by unchecking this box and then finally clicking Save. So now, if we go back over to our home page, or not our home page, this page for the store, we can see that there's only 2 available sizes here. Both of these sizes here are out of stock. Also, anytime one of our website viewers wants to make a purchase, it's very easy for them to do that. So all they need to do is they need to select the quantity item they want to purchase, and then go down over here and click Add to Cart. And then they click on the cart, click Proceed to Checkout, and essentially what they see over here, they see how they'd be making the purchase here. So it's just as easy to make a purchase through your school store as any online e-commerce store. But it's also very easy for you as a website administrator to manage a specific store. So as an example, if we go back to our admin page, one of the things that we can take a look at here is revenue. We can view an overall sales report, and also too, we can view orders. And one of the things that was mentioned is it's very easy to manage payments. So if you ever need to refund a payment, you do have the option of being able to do so here. And you can look for that in a specific order by either by the last 4 digits of the credit card number, by the individual's name, confirmation number as well. So we've had a chance here to see some very, very cool management features. We've seen how easy it is for our website viewers to be able to make a purchase from the store. Let's go ahead and see how easy it is for us to be able to create a new store from scratch. So in this case, let's say, for example, Green Tech High School, the football season is about 6 months away or so, but we want to get the store ready for that. What we do is we click stores, and we're going to create a store that we can sell tickets for football games. Then we go over here and we click create a store, and essentially what we're going to do here is we're going to fill out a form. We start by placing the name of our store in, so in this case it is going to be Football Game Ticket Store. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add in a description. This description appears, if we go back, it can appear right at the very top of the store here. So in this case, we can put in purchase home game tickets and season passes as well as fan gear. We then could type something in such as something fun, go Green Tech High. Perfect. So in this case, what I want to do is I want to next set a manager for the store. So in this case, for the purpose of the webinar, I'll set myself up to be the manager. And then decide what information we want to ask for. And we ask for that just by checking these boxes. So we are going to ask for shipping information. We are going to charge a shipping fee. So in this case, we'll say it'll be $4. We are also going to give them the option of picking these items up at the student store. So we type in student store. And then one of our last steps is to decide what we want to ask at checkout. So name and address is already being asked, but also we may want to ask for phone number and email. Now, if you do need to ask something such as student ID, you can go ahead and ask that right here with this text field. One of our final steps is to decide what we want to mention at checkout. And this is actually a great place to put in some policy information. So we can put in, thank you for your purchase. If you are purchasing tickets for a game that is occurring within, we'll put in 72 hours, please select the pick up at student store option. Perfect. And then after purchase, after the payment message, we can put in, thank you for your purchase. Orders are received are shipped within 1 school day. We put something fun like, go Green Tech High. Perfect. So our initial settings for this store are all set to go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click save, and we now have the opportunity to start adding items to this. So in this case, we're going to click on the store, and to add our first item, our first step is to click add item. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and just put up we're going to add a ticket that would be available for purchase. So in this case, we're going to put in 2019 football game tickets. All right. Our next step here is to put in the price for this. So the price for this is going to be, we'll say $15. Our next step is to put in the category. So in this case, we're going to put in game tickets. Now we're going to put in the description. And this is also a good opportunity to put in some policy information. We're going to put in valid at all home games except for homecoming. Perfect. Now what we can do is we can add an image for this. And to do that, what we do is we select Browse. And we're going to go ahead and choose a photo related to football. So I'm going to select this one here. And after this is complete, we're going to see how to, we're going to add a, we'll add a t-shirt, a football game t-shirt, which would be perfect for this. And while that is loading here, we're going to see that we do have options perfect, and we can edit the image. So we're just going to move that up. So we can add options here. So this is something we're going to use when we're adding that item of clothing. What we do now is we click Save. And now if we click Add Item, we'll add another one. So in this case, we're going to add in Go Green Tech High t-shirt. We'll set the price for this to be also $15. We now have the option of adding another category or adding it to an existing one. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and create a new category, and we're going to call this category Fan Gear. We'll now add in another description, and in this case, this description is going to be, or actually in this case, we'll just add an image for this here. So just a moment. Just a moment, see if I can find that image. We'll go ahead and add in a another football image for this. I think that'll work just fine. And now we can add options for this. So in this case, we're going to add options for size. So we're going to put in size. Then we're going to put in small, medium, and large. And then as soon as this is finished loading, we'll be all set to go ahead, and that's perfect. We'll go ahead and click Save. And now we can even go ahead and preview our store. And to do that, what we do is we click Public URL and click View Store. All right. Now, we see our store's description. We see the different items here and the different sections here as well. So we have successfully, in under 10 minutes, created our very own store. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and review. So as we've seen here, for the stores feature, we can easily set up stores for specific needs. So as we did today, we created a store for football game tickets. And also, we can easily track sales and revenue for every single individual store too. And we can create as many stores as you like. And as you saw, for Green Tech High School, we definitely had quite a few. And you can also have different merchant accounts for different stores too. So if the music department has their own store and the athletic department has their own store, they can absolutely have their own merchant accounts. All right, everyone. At this time, I'm happy to answer questions that you may have. And as you're waiting for those questions to roll in, what I'm going to show you is a brand new feature of the site, and that is the navigation menu. So the navigation menu is located over here. It's just at the bottom of the main menu. And this is something that's brand new. We've actually had it up for about 4 weeks or so. And with this here, what's great about it is it allows you to add new links onto existing tabs on your site. So say, for example, we wanted to go ahead and add a link to this specific store. Let's say, for example, we wanted to add this over to the About Us tab. Well, what we would do is we would navigate over to that, over to the navigation menu. And what we do is we decide where on this tab we would want to add this to. So we'll say that we want to add this just underneath the video gallery. So I click the triangle and I select Add Link Below. What's really cool now, this makes it very easy to do this. You click Find Page, you go to the drop-down menu, and you'll just choose your store from here. So let's see, we have Football Game Ticket Store. Select that there. And then what we do is we click Save. Now it's going to ask you to test those changes. So what you do is you click this link. You go over to the About Us tab, and we can view it here that it did in fact post correctly, and it did. So what we would then do is go over here, click Apply. And now if we go to the live site, we can click Refresh, and then we can access the actual store, which is neat. Now here's an important tip. Remember, before you start going ahead and creating a store, one thing that you want to make sure to do is set up your merchant account. And you do so by going back to the admin page, scrolling down, and selecting merchant accounts. And you have two options to do this. One option is to be able to go ahead and create a Stripe account. You can actually do that right within your admin system. And also, too, you can connect an existing merchant account just so long as it is compatible with PayPal Payflow Pro. All right, everyone. Well, I want to thank you all so much for taking the time out of your busy days to join us here for our presentation. Remember this, everyone, that if you have any questions, I am your host, Ryan Clancy. I am the Client Success Associate here at Educational Networks. Please feel free to send me an email, and I'll be happy to go ahead and answer any questions you may have. We also do have our phone number here for our tech support team. Tech support's available from 7:30 in the morning all the way up until 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, everyone. Well, thank you all so much for joining us here today for our presentation. And as always, remember that if you see a webinar that you're interested in, go ahead and register with that. Even if you're not able to make it to that webinar, that lets me know who to send a recording of that webinar to, as well as a guide. Everyone, thank you all so much for joining us. And as always, we look forward to seeing you at the next webinar. Take care, everybody.